What's happening, scapers? So on today's video we're going to talk about acclimation. What's happening, scapers? So we're going to drip acclimate some fish into this tank. So the method I'm going to show you is what we use here on a weekly basis and what we recommend our customers to do. So what you're going to need, you're going to need a fish bucket. So a bucket that's dedicated just to the tank, so no detergents, nothing like that, nice clean bucket. You're going to need a pair of scissors. I hope Nicole doesn't see this video because she's going to kill me because I'm using the posh ones. And a drip acclimator. From your local fish store, you get your fish and you find that they're a bit cold. If they are, the easiest way to get around this is literally float them on top of the water like that for about 10-15 minutes. What that does there is that's getting the bag as well as the temperature of the tank the same temperature. So this minimises stress. Then what you want to do is you want to just pull them out like so. Get your bucket that you've lightly rinsed through with water just to make sure it's all nice and clean. Cut your bag and introduce the fish or the invert real nice and gentle. When I mean invertebrates, we're talking shrimps and snails, and there's also other stuff out there as well. Okie dokie, so the best thing to do next is, if you're a hooded tank, it's a lot easier to do this. So, but I've got a hack for you. For open top tanks like most of us have, there's a little hack. So pop that in there. This is if you've got a closed lid or hooded. So you aim for about 10%. And the reason is because if it does take out too much water or you forget about it, it's only going to take 10% out. So just make sure that you keep an eye on it though. So give it a quick toot. That starts to siphon there for you, and because obviously full open, that's going to change that water pretty quick. So what we want to do is just with a little tap, you turn it down, in for about 2 drips a second. There we go. And what you do is you just leave that with the fish, and you leave it for about an hour. We find an hour with fish is enough, really. If you've got inverts like shrimps, snails, anything like that, we recommend an hour and a half to 2 hours. The longer, if you can leave them for 2 hours, that'd be loads better for the fish, for the invertebrate to transition through. With invertebrates, they've got like an exoskeleton, especially shrimps, and the changing water damages their exoskeleton, so sometimes they struggle to shed, and that becomes loss of shrimps and stuff like that. So yeah, you leave those for an hour to an hour and a half, depending on what you fill here, guys. Is if you're open top like this table here, most of us are. How do you get around it? So the easiest way to get around that is your drip acclimator that we showed earlier, how to assemble, easy enough, is measure it to the floor, to the top. So let's say you've got that much excess, you cut it. Easiest way to get around this is getting yourself a U-bend. So this is the CO2 out one. So if you push that on there, one side and on the other, there you go. And that just sits on the edge there, and you're ready to go.